ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Yeah, now we can show the slideshow. So today I am speaking on a very special topic for all of you. It's called a self-awareness for empowering yourself in your daily life, or we can call it as a modifying our habits. How do we modify our existing habits? This will be helpful both in your spiritual life as well as in your academic life also. Even after you grow in your life to a profession, it will be very greatly helpful to you. Tips are very simple. Only you have to make an effort to apply them. I have shown them with multiple examples. So, you see, our life is like a book. Say we live for 100 years, for example, if you live, your each year is like, one chapter in this book. And see this fellow, how angry he is. Do you fill up these pages of your life like this, or look at the other fellow, how cheerful he is? Isn't it? We all decide how we want to fill up our life book with. So in each chapter, there are 365 pages. And if you live for 100 years, then 100 chapters. So, therefore, in case your age is 20 now, that means 20 chapters are already written. You can't modify that. But you have another 80 chapters empty, blank pages. That's the good news for you. You can fill it up in a nice way. So, can any of you say, what are we filling up these pages with? Can anybody say? I already told you 20 chapters of your book is over. You already filled it up. Now you are writing the rest of chapters now. What are you filling out with it? That will give me a clue on how you are catching the subject. What they have written, Bible Prabhu?
Karma. Prabhuji, they have written karma.
Okay.
And
life. Yeah, we are filling it up with our thought, word, and deed. All the three.
To serve Lord, our activities.
The Lord. So that's right. Or we can serve Maya. We have the choice with us. Basically, three activities we do with our thought, with our word, with our actions, behavior. So we are filling up with that only. From the early morning, we get up till we go to sleep at night. With different people we are dealing, how we behave with them, and how we speak to them, and what we think in our mind about others and about other things in life. So that's how we fill up this book, Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, we say, three things. And that actually creates new karma for us. It may be positive karma, it may be negative karma, it's up to individual's nature. Here you see, in child raising, how mother is saying, put him in international school. Father says, I don't have so much money, let us put in average school. And they both have a big fight. Here also forcing opinion on others, unhappy partners. Here you see the fourth one, you see, the poor fellow is pulled by mother and wife, both. If he gives shelter to wife, mother becomes upset. If he takes mother's side, wife becomes upset. So these are all due to attachments in this world. Here you see, sometimes people have a pleasant mood, they may be united, other times they are separated due to ego problem in this world. So sometimes one upsets the other person and makes the other person cry. So if you see, the root cause of all this is what? Attachment. You see, Dhritarashtra was materially attached to Duryodhana, who was an incompetent fellow to be the king. So he was adamant on trying to make him the king. The whole Kuru dynasty was destroyed. You see that. Similarly, Kaikeyi was also attached to Bharata, and the whole Ramayana took place. This is another pastime of King Uttanapad attached to his beautiful queen Suruchi, and due to which he allowed one son to sit on his lap, other son he didn't allow, that is Dhruva. So Dhruva is crying here on the right side picture you see. Again, the king was so attached to his beautiful wife that he was ready to see his son even go to forest also. So he loved one son, other son he hated so much that he allowed him to go to forest. You can see that. How in this world our impurities in our mind, namely the material attachment, can really create havoc like this. This is what I told you. Material attachment of Kaikeyi for son Bharata. On one hand, she was attached to seeing Bharata becoming the king. On the other hand, she was having hatred to see Ram becoming king. So she wanted to send Ram far away and keep Bharat nearby. She was ready to even see Dasharatha dying also. So that much hard-hearted she became. So she became hard-hearted towards Dasharatha. Similarly, the king and Suruchi became hard-hearted towards Dhruva. Similarly, Dhritarashtra became hard-hearted towards Bhima. Like that you can see. Similarly, the attachments, here also you can see people who are too much attached also become too much averse. Here also. So you will see in all the situations. So Arjuna was also materially attached in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita. Due to the attachment, he was attached to both sides. Pandava side, Kaurava side. And he was not ready to do his duty. He was running away from his duty. Imagine if a surgeon is taking the knife to operate some patient and his hand is trembling, sorry, I am afraid to operate. Therefore, if you cannot do dissection and all, you should not join medical. So therefore, Arjuna was like that, putting his, imagine if a girl goes to the Bharatanatyam stage, after seeing the crowd, she starts trembling, no, I can't dance publicly, she says, then performance is finished, isn't it? So then Krishna preached to him Bhagavad Gita and then made the fight happen. So three things matter in all these things: thinking, attitude, and behavior. See, look at these two pictures, left side and right side. Who is poor and who is rich? That's one question. Another question, who is happy, who is not happy? That's another question. So it's very easy answer for this. On the right side, you see the people are rich, far more richer than the left side people, but are they happy? Not happy. On the left side, it's a very simple family and she is a flower seller. But look at her two daughters, they are having such a sense of worth in their mother. They are very jolly with their mother, you agree? They are joking with the mother and they are very happy. And they have taken the snapshot at the right time, such a, when they are smiling, having some joke. So nice it is. So you can see, therefore, we also want to mold our lifestyle in such a way that, we will bring about cheerfulness and happiness in this world, rather than due to our own attachments and hatred bring trouble to ourselves and others. So now you all know about this. Beyond matter and force, there is a spirit in each living body. Like you see here, the yellow one is the soul. And there are two coverings, subtle and gross covering. So all the problems are stored in the subtle body. Gross body is simply flesh and bones. It has nothing more than that. It is just like a servo motor. Gross body is like a servo motor. And the subtle body is like the microprocessor. That's where you write the programs. Here you write the program in the mind, and the hands, legs, genitals, legs, everything moves in different direction depending on, if one writes a impure program, then the hands, legs, everything will do impure activities. If you write a pure program in the mind, then we will do pure activities. So, okay, now we will see that. From here onwards, the real subject starts today. You can be very attentive. You see, there are two bands here, yellow band and red band. Yellow band represents innate qualities of the soul. Soul has 26 qualities, pure qualities. There is a book on 26 qualities of a Vaishnava also, like humility, tolerance, respectful behavior, not seeing fault in anyone. Like that, there are 26 qualities. So those are pure qualities which we all have, but now those qualities have become covered over by a red band, and that is called acquired quality. Why I am using the word acquired? Because when the rainwater comes down, it is like the yellow band, pure. But when it touches the mud, it becomes acquired quality comes there. What did it acquire? Mud. So it becomes muddy water. So now muddy water is like yellow and red combination. But if you put it in a desalination plant and remove all the mud and make it to the original way, then it is like only yellow band. You understand the point? So that means essentially what we all have to do in our subtle body, some acquired qualities have, crept in. They have come inside. And that we have to debug, we have to remove it. Just like in a computer, sometimes a virus gets into it, isn't it? So then you have to get rid of the virus. So there is a virus scanner and virus removing software, correct now? So when you remove the virus, then the computer functions very well. In those days, there was one virus called Trojan. You know it's there also? Very dangerous virus in our times, in our college days. This Trojan is such a virus. When Trojan comes, the whole computer will shake. Nothing, no program will work. It will go crazy in all different ways. So in this way, if you have in the mind also, our mind is like a hard disk or like a microprocessor, as I told you. That's where all these impurities are stored. Now I'm giving you examples now. Actually, I have given two examples. See, I have taken an example of a working boy because some of you are students, some of you are working. For working boys, will understand this example. But for students, you can have other examples also. But one theme I have taken, you will understand it. Please, one of you read this one.
Good work.
Read this, yeah. God works, yeah.
God works through many by giving them creative thoughts.
Yeah. So this you are reading. One more person you call next to you, so that he should read in a little demoniac tone. Like this, you should read. My opinion is best. Like that, you should read. Huh? Okay. Or you can only mimicry. You can change your tone.
My opinion is the best.
Yeah. Still, your voice is too soft. Okay. you need a fellow. Okay, I will read for you. Don't worry. Huh? Okay, read this one.
I am open to good suggestions from my team. I consider I am one of them.
Yeah, see his attitude is that I am one of the team members. I may be leading the team. I'm just a coordinator of the team. But we all actually work together in our team. Like that he feels. What was it? I am easily irritated. I am the boss. Just do what I say. That's the attitude. Not very good. Huh? Yeah.
I am grateful and appreciate of others' ideas. It makes my life easy and brings direction for team.
Yeah. Which means when others give ideas, he doesn't see it as insubordination or rebellion in the team. Huh? If some people give ideas, he's very welcoming. Good. Please, you also tell me your idea also. Let us all of us pull up ideas together and it's not the question of my idea or your idea. We will go for the best idea. Huh? Or we can combine 2-3 ideas and that way we all will get help. I am also not very smart. If I work with all of you, it becomes easy for me. That is his very, very humble mood, it is. This fellow see, I consider others giving opinion as insubordination and I badmouth about them. Now you understand the difference, no? So you see the difference in attitude between these two leaders. Imagine tomorrow you are joining a company. If you have this red attitude, is it good? Then it will be very difficult to do your job in a company. We will be individual players. We can't work as a team. So one more example I have shown now. You can see here. Read it.
I am not an all-knowing God. Let me hear from my friends too.
See the attitude. Nah? You see, am I God to know everything? I am also a tiny human being and they are all humans. And let me hear from others also. Even Lord Ramachandra heard opinion of monkeys before making a decision about Vibhishan. Even Krishna consulted Uddhava for making a decision. Why should I only make decision on my own? My team members are all available for me. Let me hear from them. That's the idea, correct attitude. I know it all. Don't tell me. Yeah.
I am one of the members of this team and I will work together to bring success in attaining team's goal.
So team has a goal and we all will bring the success together and we will share the success bouquets when the bouquets are given to us. This is the mood, like ants work like this. You have seen that? Ants go in a group. Like one ant will see there is a big sugar bag and will go and inform the others. And all the other ants will come, thousands of them will come. And they will all be going in a row and correct, you have seen that? They always work as a team like that. So This fellow is also in that mood, yeah. Here you see, I just can't do team playing, he's saying. Hmm.
I will tolerate my ego, even if my original idea is rejected and is substituted by another better idea of my team member.
He is even ready to see his idea rejected, although he's a leader of the team. This goes to show he is considering the company's goals and he's putting aside his personal ego. Correct, no? That's a good team leader, you see. Yeah. I quit the team. If you guys didn't accept my idea, I quit the team. So I showed you a contrast in these two statements. So there are simple problem, serious problem, grave problem as I have shown here. Quitting the team is a very grave one. Huh? In a company, if you go and tell your boss that I'm quitting the team, they'll say better you quit the company only. Huh? What's the use of having you? You can't work with other people. So some people have a very, very big ego and they just cannot get along well with others as a team. And once they are made the leader of the team, they start imagining I have a crown on my head, I have a halo around my head, and everybody is subordinate to me. I can dance on their head. Huh? They think like that, you know. So that type of dominating, bossing over mentality actually is acquired bad quality, which has to be, we have to get rid of it. Like you're walking in the road, some dog or something has passed stool. Suddenly your shoe touched it. You know, you walked over it. And then it is also sticking with your shoe and coming along with you. When you return back home, everybody is catching the nose. What is this nasty smell? Hey, why is your body stinking so bad today? Haven't you taken bath? Then you say, no, I took a bath. And you're also wondering, oh, I'm also feeling the smell. Then you understand, where is the smell coming from? Below the shoe. Huh? Immediately you go and put it in a tap. Fast flowing water. Then you cleanse it completely, put some soap or something. And then when you come home, there's no more bad smell. So that means the stool is an acquired quality, correct? No? You acquired it while walking on the road, and now you got rid of it. Similarly, the red color thing which I showed you, it's acquired quality. We have to get rid of it. Then the yellow one is a good one. That type of natural, humble, tolerant, patient attitude will come, which is in Sattva Guna. So as devotees, you all will understand it very easily because you are practicing for almost an year. You'll understand this. You see, these are the things from where we acquire the qualities from. The books that we read, movies we watch, the music that we hear, friendship that we keep. See, the friends, this fellow is having friendship with some nasty people. So naturally, he will also pick up some nasty qualities. And if somebody is watching adult movies, then all our, it will bring out the animal within us. If you are hearing the music like rock music and all, then rock music is 120 decibels. It is going to boom, 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 boom. You know, like in IIT Bombay, they used to have this Mood Indigo, festival. It will be going on somewhere on the stage, little away. In my room, I used to, when they would beat, no, dum, dum, dum. It will be boom, boom. Here also chest will be palpitating. Such a heavy sound it is, isn't it? What they call it nowadays, DJ they call, that DJ. Huh? Actually, these things disturb the biological rhythm of the body. Similarly, what type of books you read? People read different type of novels, different type of, they call it time pass. Time pass means the cinema magazines with dirty pictures, two-piece, one-piece, that kind of dresses they wear, horrible things. People show their bodies. You read those books or watch such things in the internet. We are actually putting demons inside, garbage inside our head. So therefore, we have to take books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, feed the pure substance to the head. Similarly, hear the devotional music, watch devotional movies like Prabhupada. This is 125th year of Prabhupada. We have 45 30-minute videos of Prabhupada life. It's called as Abhay Charan serial. If any of the students don't know, you can ask your mentor. They will provide you link for that. Abhay Charan video, 45 30-minute clips you have. You can watch it. You will really enjoy it. So we can watch such movies. And you all have very good devotee friends now. Keep close friendship with nice devotee friends, because if a calf makes friendship with another calf, they both will drink milk. But if a calf makes friendship with a pig, and the calf also will eat something nasty, correct? No? So therefore, you have to choose your friendship. And another thing I have shown on the left side, our experience, factors influencing attitude formation. Like if I experience that the dog's bark, I develop fear for the dog, isn't it? Otherwise, if I've had a good experience of the dog, then people keep the dog as a pet, very lovingly they treat. Um, Similarly, the social roles and norms, like you have a habit of walking in a row when you are buying a train ticket, you also follow the norm. But if you have seen your father, family members sneaking in the queue, then we will also sneak in and everybody else will shout. Similarly, in the below one, you see a fellow is watching the TV. The TV, was some advertisement is saying, buy this liquor and drink it. You will enjoy life. So then we are bombarded with advertisements. Then we also start doing Pepsi, 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 Pepsi. When you're going in the bus, so many Pepsi bottle advertisement you see. Then when you get down from the bus, you go to your shop and say, Pepsi. You say, then they'll give you a Pepsi. They bombard you with Pepsi. So in this way, you see the TV is a very, very powerful programmer. It programs your head by bombarding many, many dangerous things for us, which are not at all good for us. And another most unfortunate thing is what you see, your father and son are going. See, the father is smoking cigarette and the son is also remembering it. Oh, cigarette looks like this. My papa has it, has a packet. In one packet, there are so many. When I grow up, I will also buy packets, I will smoke. So he is actually copying father. So observing people in environment. See, these are also ways by which we form the attitude. So all of us, we are, each one teaches one while being taught by one, they say. Each one teaches one while being taught by one. Like I have my superiors and I have my juniors. I teach my juniors, but I learn from my superiors. So I need good superiors to follow. Because if my superiors don't set a good example in what? Rising early in the morning, attending all the Mangalarati, Narshingarati, everything, chanting and dancing, peacefully sitting and chanting the rounds. Then I will also be inspired to practice spiritual life very seriously. But if I wake up in the morning, I see seniors are doing management during the chanting time, or somebody goes and sleeps. If seniors are sleeping, junior thinks, senior has gone to sleep, then we also go to sleep. They will also go to sleep. And the same manner, our juniors are going to watch us when more things are caught than taught, it is said. More than our teaching, people watch us, observe and learn many things. So therefore, we all have to make an effort to get rid of the acquired bad qualities and behave like a pure soul. So these are the three things we have to change. B-A-T, behavior, attitude and thinking. So let us see how we change it. These three things. See, for changing the thinking, two things we have to do. The first thing is, the thinking can be changed by self-awareness. See this fellow, what he is thinking. Please read it, Prabhu. Bye, Prabhu. What do my team members feel about me? Please read next.
How can I do things differently to earn their trust? What is the difference between right and wrong conduct? I refuse to blurt out emotionally. Now let me act based on the values that will bring greater good.
So now this is the way we all have to think. This is called self-awareness. Self-awareness means you go outside your body and look at you and then you ask, hey, last time why I really quarreled with my team members? When you think loudly, then you will be able to think about all these questions. What is correct behavior? If a team member is giving an idea, is it wrong? Is it insubordination? Why can't I listen to team members? Even great souls have listened. Let me not blurt out emotionally, because then people may not give ideas in future. Therefore, feelings means, feelings are coming out instinctively. Values means you control those feelings and then speak more in a gentlemanly way. You don't blurt out. So even if you are angry, you are wild, you don't respond wildly in an animalistic way. You restrain your wild emotions and you present it in a more gentlemanly manner. That is choice based on values. So now you see, he has come up with a conclusion here. See, my problem is I am attached to my opinion, therefore I am becoming upset. Read 3 points.
I feel I don't listen to others' opinions. I get upset to hear other perspectives. In next meet, let me speak less and listen more.
Now he has come up with these points based on self-awareness or self-observation. Is that clear to everybody? Not very difficult to do. We all can do that. Now let us see how it goes ahead now. So yeah, see, you have to, second thing to change thinking is think positively. Please read it.
Even the great leader Lord Ram heard the opinion of all monkeys before accepting Vibhishan into his army. Listening to others' opinions will improve my relationships in the long run.
Negative, this is what he is thinking, you see, yeah.
Oh, I just can't stand people spending long hours in meetings. I will push and get things done my way.
See how he is thinking. So, if imagine what this second fellow is going to do, negative thinking fellow, if he says to his people that, hey, all of you guys, you see, you are not very smart guys. You all need guidance from me. I know what is to be done. All of you listen to me attentively and just do what I say. Will they cooperate? They will all cooperate to make sure his plan will not work. Correct. Now, further, they'll cooperate. And then they will say, sir, you said we don't know anything. Now we have proved that your idea also doesn't work. Correct, no? That's what they will do. So therefore, positive mindset means, let me listen to. Like I have shown the picture of a rose below. You send these two boys to the garden. This boy on the left side, what he will say? Oh, Prabhuji, garden is full of fragrant roses, he will say. Other boy will come and say, Prabhuji, your garden is full of thorny bushes. And both of them are saying the truth. Because in between thorny bushes only, which one comes? Rose comes. But what you choose to see is very important. And that is called positive. We should choose to see the positive, although there may be negative. For example, I'll ask all of you a question. Is ocean an enemy to the boat or friend to the boat? Okay, some three of you saying friend. Okay. But imagine if there is a hole in the boat and the water comes in, will the water be any more friend for the boat? So then the conclusion is this. As long as the water doesn't enter the boat, the water is friend to the boat. It can help the boat reach the seashore. Similarly, the whole world is filled with negativity, but we should not allow the negativity to enter our hearts. If negativity enters into my heart, then I drown in this world. But if I keep negativity, then the negativity outside may impel me to come out. Cross over this ocean. Correct, no? Like that, yeah. So therefore, we have to be positive, yeah. Don't become driven by the negativity of the outside world. I heard a story, once two frogs fell into a well. And all the other frogs are outside. They said, Arey, why did you fall into this well? There's a deep well, nobody can come out. And all the other frogs are all demoralizing and criticizing. So one frog heard, really, is it too deep? I won't be able to come out, like that. One frog was asking. The other frog just closed the eyes and prayed to Lord, and he jumped out. He jumped 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. At last, after a dozen jumps, he came out. Like that, he jumped out. He could come out. But the other frog couldn't come out. Why? Because the frog who jumped out, he was deaf. So he didn't listen to those people, what they said. So the negativity that those guys spoke didn't affect this fellow, so he came out super enthusiastically. Whereas this frog, which couldn't come out, he was capable of coming out, but he heard the negativity. So therefore, we all, this is mindset we have to change. And this is it's not very difficult to do, provided right from the time we wake up early in the morning, learn to tune yourself to positive talk. Today the morning, the sun is very shining very beautifully. You see some devotee, one very simple thing to be positive is give some 5 compliments to devotees every day. If somebody sang Mangalarti, oh Prabhu, your Mangalarti was so sweet, very nice, thank you. Somebody danced in Guru Puja, oh Prabhu, you danced so beautifully in Guru Puja, thank you. And the prasadam you're eating, oh Prabhu, this sabji has come out very well today. Who cooked it today? Very nice sabji today, ecstatic sabji, very nice. And some boy really topped the class, you go and shake hands with him and tell him, Prabhu, I find this subject so difficult and you topped the class in the subject, congratulations. Please, next time you teach me also. So you just to make it a point to be cheerful and appreciative of people around you. Be grateful for all the gifts of God in your life. If you are grateful and humble and appreciative, these three things. Be grateful to mother, father, God, everybody in society who has done something for you. You have received many favors from many people. Be grateful. And humble, not be arrogant. A humble person will have the eyes to see things properly. Arrogant person becomes blinded. So humble, grateful, and appreciative of others. And that will actually make us highly positive. And we don't have to be driven by negative thoughts like this. Only these two things you have to change for thinking. What is the previous thing I told you? Self-awareness, I told you, correct? No? Self-awareness. Go outside the point of your body and watch yourself. Okay. And then a second thing is positive outlook you have to do. Okay, now next one is change your attitude by changing only one thing. For thinking, you have to change two things. But for attitude, only one thing only. What is it? Accepting responsibility. Our attitude can be changed. Attitude is the deepest thing out of the three. B-E-A-T, we say, no, attitude is the deepest thing. Behavior is the easiest thing to change. And thinking is in between. So, look at these examples now. I know it all, Sitrami says. Okay, bro, you read this. I read it. I know it all.
I can listen to others' ideas too.
No, I have inability in team playing.
We all need each other.
I quit the team.
I will tolerate and watch.
See the attitude? You are seeing the difference now. That means take responsibility. When you say, instead of saying, I know it all, okay, let me take responsibility by saying that, okay, let me listen to others' ideas. Without any ego, I will listen. Similarly, we all need each other. So let us help each other. I will tolerate and watch. So this type, actually, I quit the team means I don't take responsibility. Actually, I don't think a company has this work to do and my boss has given me. Who will do it? If I am the team leader, if I quit suddenly, then what will happen to the role, the responsibility given? He doesn't bother about others. He's thinking about my feelings. I make my feelings all important. Whereas I'll tolerate and watch means he's taking responsibility. See, those people who don't take responsibility, they always blame others. They're like this. He is like this, she is like that, they did it, he will do like that. Those who take responsibility will say, I will try to change myself. So Gandhi once said, you be the change, what you want to see in others. Please all of you repeat. You be the change, what you want to see in others. Yeah. That means, don't tell other people that you change. You first change and show an example. Like you've seen the story, monkeys took away the caps. The man took his own cap and he put it in the basket. Then what did all monkeys do? Same thing. Therefore, in this world, first you do yourself, then others will follow. Rather than telling others, yeah, you all do it and then I will do it. No, it works, from our side, top down, we have to do it. So attitude change requires only accepting responsibility. One example I'll tell you. Yesterday night, you met a boy and you met him at 6 o'clock. And then you both were standing and practically standing on one leg. You were talking, chatting, ha ha, hee, hoo, hoo. And suddenly you looked at the clock, it was 9:30. How much time went away? 3.5 hours. And next day you had examination, test, the unit test or something. Now you go back to home and 9:30 you try to study. But you are very, very tired. By 11 o'clock, 11:30, you are drowsy. You could cover only half syllabus. Then next day morning, you are cursing that boy. अरे समय की बर्बादी कर दिया उसने, पूरा स्पाइल कर दिया मेरा एग्जाम. 3.5 घंटा गप्पा मार रहा था. So that means, are we taking responsibility or are we blaming? Blaming. So how can we take responsibility? I was carelessly spending 3.5 hours with him. Actually, the talk was not very important. It was casual talk. Half an hour I could have finished it. He's a good friend of mine. Half an hour, 1 hour. Other times I would have studied. Next time I meet this fellow, what I'll be? I'll be cautious and careful. I will not waste my time. So I wasted my time, so I'll be careful. That is the meaning of taking responsibility. Like one boy is saying, Prabhuji, in our college, all boys are very bad. He said, I said, therefore I am also bad. No, that is not acceptable. They may be bad. See, in America, there's a very, very famous billionaire. And that fellow was a drunkard. He drank and drank and drank and he died. And he had two sons. The first son became a very, very top-notch, industrialist in America. And he had no bad habits. The first son. Very smart leader he became. And all over America, people know him. And the second son became a drunkard and got spoiled. His health was all ruined. So the staff reporters came and asked both the sons that why are you drinking and ruining your life? They asked the second son. He said, "Oh, मेरे पिताजी ने बर्बाद कर दिया हमारा जीवन." He set a bad example for us. उसको देख देख कर मैं भी शराब पीकर मैं भी मर रहा हूँ. Like that the second son was telling. Then they asked the first son, how is it that you became so noble and pure in habits? Whole America, you are one of the biggest billionaires. So he said, I learned not to drink from my father only. He said, मेरे आंखों के सामने देखा कि ये आदमी पी पी कर मर रहा है, इसलिए मैं ऐसे नहीं पीऊंगा. See, one fellow took a positive lesson. One fellow took a... So out of these two brothers, who has the right attitude? First one, elder brother has right attitude. Second one has wrong attitude. So wrong attitude, like even all of your devotees. One devotee boy is telling, प्रभु जी आप उत्कर्ष ज्ञान दे रहे हैं, ठीक है, फिर भी प्रभु जी की कलयुग का जमाना है, कैसे इंसान शुद्ध जीवन जी पाएगा? सब लोग इधर स्त्री के साथ घूम रहे हैं, सिगरेट फूक रहे हैं, शराब पी रहे हैं, कोई पढ़ाई नहीं कर पा रहा है ठीक तरह से, सब सिनेमा देख रहे हैं. ऐसे समूह में रहकर भक्ति कैसे किया जा सकता है? आप चलाते रहिए कैंप, हम देखेंगे. So he is what attitude? Positive or negative? Negative attitude, correct now. And positive attitude means, Prabhu, Kali Yuga is very ferocious, very dangerous. But coming in the association of all Utkarsh participants, such gem-like devotees, hundreds of them are attending. And how sincere these souls are. They have been attending for almost a year and they are chanting Hare Krishna regularly. They are sincerely asking questions and taking part in these programs. And in my college, there are more than 15-20 people attending. Yeah, I will live in their company. And I am very confident. As Shastras say, if you are living in the company of devotees, you will never degrade. You will be upgraded. You will go up. So what is this attitude? Positive attitude. So therefore, we should not blame. We should not. It's called as ABC mode. We call it accusing, blaming, criticizing mode. That is useless. Good for nothing. You see, one example I'll tell you. There was one Satish Diwan. Correct? Diwan only, no? Satish Diwan? Satish Dhawan. Satish Dhawan, who was actually heading a team in which Dr. Kalam was also working. So 1970s, they were launching a rocket. Satish Dhawan was not happy with the program made. He said a lot of mistakes. Wait, don't launch the rocket. But these guys, in a hurry-burry, time was running out. Deadline was there, so they sent the rocket and the rocket crashed. And a lot of crores of rupees was lost. And newspaper reporters, many of them came to ask why you guys wasted our country's money and all that. So Satish Dhawan told all the team members, you all go inside the room, I will take care. So he came in the front and he tackled all the staff reporters, people. He said next decade we'll again try to send and everything. So, and then next decade, in the 80s, again they sent another rocket. This time the team was very, very cautious because last time they committed a mistake and crores of rupees was lost. This time Satish Dhawan was personally overseeing everything. And then the rocket was sent, was successful. So again, a lot of reporters came. This time he sent the team members in the front and told, you guys have a conference with them, I am not required. But sir, we are successful. We are successful, therefore I am sending you, he said. So later on, Dr. Kalam wrote an article in Indian Express. I was amazed to read that article. He says, a good leader is one who opens his chest when people are throwing rotten tomatoes at the team. He comes in the front and accepts all the rotten tomatoes. And a good leader is one who, when he is given dozens of bouquets, flower bouquets, and people are giving, success, wonderful, take it, success, please take this. Everybody is giving bouquets. He should be sticking his neck out of the window to distribute the bouquets to his team members. That is a good leader. So he's not a blaming leader. He's a responsibility-taking leader. You agree? How Satish Dhawan took responsibility. In failure, he took it on himself. In success, he distributed it to others. The smartest leader. So that is the way our attitude should be. Okay. This is very easy, changing behavior. Please read it.
What is right?
That means what is right behavior? Yeah.
Choose the right behavior. Disciplined practice.
Disciplined practice means what? Say, for example, any of your students, say you have a habit of sleeping late and waking up late. For example, you are sleeping at 2 o'clock and getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning, for example. Now, what is right? Is it right to sleep at 2 o'clock? Ideally, Sattva-guna student means you should sleep before 9:30 or 10. That's ideal. And get up in the morning by 4:30, like that, 4:35. But now you're sleeping only at 2. So that's not right. So choose the right. That means, okay, now I'll try to slowly move my clock. From 2 o'clock, I'll make it 1. 1 month, in a 1 hour or 2 hours, I move it slowly like that. Choose the right. Discipline means you, as you see the clock is crossing midnight, then you should throw yourself to sleep immediately. That's a discipline. Actually, doctors say 10 to 2 is very important, sleep. 10 o'clock, there is an international YouTube video available. Between 10 to 2, he says, all the chemical secretions happen in the body between 10 to 2. And that's a very vital time for replenishing the, because body has a lot of wear and tear. During the daytime, we have worked hard, isn't it? You're sitting with the computer all day and running here, running there. Body is having wear and tear. But in the night, when you lie down, between 10 to 2, it replenishes and recuperates all those losses. So anybody who sleeps between, I don't say you sleep between 10 to 2. I'm saying 10, if you sleep 10 to 4 also you can sleep. But the 10 to 2 is very important. That the duration, 4 hours duration is vital for the replenishment of the bodily resources. So in that way, now here I have taken another example. Yeah, you can read this, Prabhu.
Insulting speech puts off people and polite presentation conveys the point. Speak politely henceforth. Watch my speech and give 3 compliments daily.
Yeah, this is a behavioral, correct? No? Is it difficult? We can practice this, correct? No? This is the way we change. Now I have summarized now. Yeah, read it.
Thinking by self-observation and being positive provides alternative approach. Attitude, taking responsibility to implement the modified approach. Behavior, adopting discipline to ensure we implement the new approach.
Yeah. So the behavior is changed simply by adopting a discipline. Discipline means time per cow, time per sow, and have set some limit for your, like for example, sleeping time should be set, eating time should be set, study hours should be set, chanting amount of time, how much time for chanting, that should be set. If I'm talking to people, how much time I can talk. There should be some leisure time to meet people, but then we should have balance in life, and that comes from disciplined lifestyle. And if you have a habit of taking responsibility, you will flourish everywhere in life, because people are looking for responsible people. Nobody likes a blaming person, correct? And similarly, the thinking is done simply by being positive. Basically, you observe yourself and be positive. By doing self-observation, and then by thinking positively and constructively, we can do something good in life rather than thinking negatively. And so in order to achieve these 3 things, which I told you, BAT, behavior, attitude, and thinking, these are the things you should do. Please read that below. Set milestones.
Set milestones.
Which means, don't try to suddenly achieve any goal immediately. Like you are sleeping at 2 o'clock in the night. Suddenly you say, Prabhuji told in the lecture, let us start with 9:30, we'll go to bed. Will you get sleep? You won't get sleep. So therefore, from 2, try to come to 1. That is called milestone. Once in 15 days, I will, every Ekadashi comes, I will sleep 1 hour early. Correct now? Little you do, then you can come to 10 o'clock. Instead of sleeping at 2, you can sleep at 10. So set milestones, gradually improving. Then?
Connect with experts.
In case you have a senior devotee who sleeps on time, there are some fellows, pakka fellows, very disciplined fellows. You all have seen that? I have seen some devotees, they have time for everything. Time for eating, correct time they will eat. Correct. They will not eat anything at any other time. Huh? Some fellows sleep on time. Some fellows study fixed number of hours. They are very pakka in whatever they do. You all must have seen some people like that right now. Very, very disciplined fellows. You cling on to them. Like this fellow is going and asking, Prabhuji, how are you able to do that? And giving some ideas. That fellow says, you tell me what time you want to get up. I'll wake you up, he's saying. Correct, huh? So connect with experts, those who are doing things very well for a long time. And then?
Be a part of community of those with similar passion.
Yeah. For example, if you are staying in the company of devotees who all actually sleep early and rise early, then it will be very easy for you. Hmm? But imagine if you are in a place where most of the people are sleeping at 2 o'clock and you have to sleep at 10, lights are all on, will you be able to sleep? It will be difficult.
No.
Habits, birds of the same feather flock together, as they say. So you need to have friendships with those people who have similar sattvic lifestyle. So many of the colleges, we have our centers, youth centers available, where a group of 15, 20 students stay together. And call it as a jet age group, we call it. And as a part of the Utkarsh camp, we will be talking about that later. So if you are a part of Jet Age Gurukul, you will be staying with similar, like you see all these devotees. These are the type of people who are there, who are chanting Hare Krishna, who rise in the morning, who sleep early. And many of them are actually toppers in their colleges. Some of our student centers, students are all 9-pointers. In one of the Pune, we have a Vishwakarma Institute of Technology, VIT. There is one professor, we have made him in charge, Sarvatma Prabhu. So he used to send me record every semester. I am seeing boys are 9.6, 9.5. Almost 3/4 of the boys are above 9 grade. So our boys are very good in studies, academics. And they are also very good in spiritual life. Academics and spiritual life is like two railway line. And they don't go for the third one. Third one is Sanskrit education. That they will not go. They will always be fixed in spirituality and academics when you are a student. So then you have a community of devotees staying together, birds of the same feather flocking together. Then you can do that. And also there you will have seniors who are experts. You can connect with them and ask them, Prabhuji, how are you so good? How are you so kind? How are you taking care of yourself and taking care of so many of us? Many of your mentors are all working hard to take care of you, besides their own studies, their own chanting and everything. And they will also help you make a time management chart, how to set milestones for every habit that you wish to change. So, okay, now this is what I want to present to you. Any questions if you have? So, Vaibhav Prabhu, this week I am only giving today, and then next 2 days I believe you have 6 opulences, I think, different, many professors, many senior professors are all coming from IITs. Some people are coming and giving presentation next 2 days. But
Yes,
in
Guruji.
case you had any question on this topic which I told now, you can take their questions and mail it to me.
Ji,
And
Guruji.
for this week, I will answer questions only based on this session. I think they will find it interesting. I will send this PPT across to you.
Okay, Guruji.
You can share with them also, because
Ji,
they'll find it. And I would request all the participants today, based on these 3 things, BAT, behavior, attitude, and thinking, make a list of your acquired qualities. If you don't want to tell anybody, don't tell, because you may be feeling hesitant to tell about your dirty acquired quality. But you can do this exercise for yourself. You should be able to contemplate, think. You are all devotees. One area of practice, you should be able to contemplate. And then try to understand what acquired qualities you possess and which you want to remove. And try your best using this formula to remove. Along with it, you're chanting Hare Krishna to increase your determination also. You'll be able to do that. Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada ki.
Jai. Hare Krishna. So we will all like to thank Prabhuji for this wonderful class today to us by loudly chanting one time, Haribol, Haribol, Hare Krishna. For tomorrow and day after tomorrow, please wait for 1 minute. I'll just show you that we have a panel of devotees who will be giving all of you session based on. So all of you are able to see, this is the 6 opulences of Krishna, as you all know: beauty, strength, fame, renunciation, knowledge, wealth. So we will all be hearing from the various devotees from various fields on this. So all of you are able to see that for tomorrow, these are the devotees from whom we all be hearing from. First is His Grace Prem Harinam Prabhuji, and then Dr. Makarand M. Opakare Prabhuji,